30 seconds.
Very much. If I could ask the Minister if she could outline the supports that she provides for the indigenous film and television production sector, and if she'll make a statement on the matter.
Very good. The Irish Film Board has primary responsibility for the support and promotion of filmmaking in Ireland in respect of both the indigenous sector and inward productions. Its aim is to help filmmakers to make Irish films and provide production and development loans for features, television programmes, animation projects, documentaries and short films. The Board supports and promotes the Irish screen industries at major international markets and festivals, promotes inward investment, the use of Ireland as a location for international production and provides support for companies filming in Ireland. The Film Board also liaises with the IDA Ireland and Tourism Ireland in terms of maximising joint opportunities for promotion of Ireland as a location for film productions, and examples of this could be seen during Ireland's success at the Oscars this year and the promotional activity around, of course, the shooting of Star Wars in Ireland. Filmmaking in Ireland is also supported by the Section 481 Film Tax Credit System, which incentivises film investment in Ireland. This incentive was enhanced in the budget 2016 when the cap for eligible expenditure on film projects was increased from 50 million to 70 million. Clearly, funding across the public service was severely impacted by the economic crisis, including the funding that could be provided for investment in culture and the arts. But since my appointment as Minister with responsibility for the arts, I have succeeded in securing increased funding for the sector year on year. The allocation to the Irish Film Board in 2016 at almost 14.5 million shows an increase of 3.6% from last year. And I am pleased that I have already been able to provide some additional funding support to the Film Board this year, with an additional current funding of 500,000. This increased investment will help to maximise the benefits brought about by the enhancement of the Section 481 film tax credit to which I have referred. The programme for a partnership government contains an ambitious agenda of priorities in relation to achieving a stable, sustainable and secure funding model for the arts, in line with improvements in the economy and the public finances.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you. Supplementary, Deputy.
Thank you, Minister. I think we all agree that the indigenous film and TV production sector has a significant cultural and economic impact in Ireland. Indigenous producers preserve Ireland's rich cultural heritage and chronicle what it means to be Irish. The sector has enjoyed many successes in recent years and competes well on the world stage. However, there is a growing belief that assistance is needed, particularly in the form of increased funding for the Irish Film Board and the introduction of a film policy for RTE. Has the Minister any plans in regard to this? Is there a key area in the forthcoming Culture 2025 proposals? The Minister will be aware that this allows us to create and preserve our artistic heritage in a format that has mass appeal and is viewed by large audiences across home and abroad. It is imperative that the funding and the tax credits that you spoke about for this vital sector are preserved and increased, so that indigenous producers may continue to capture and promote our national identity and attract foreign direct investment, providing high quality jobs. Is that the commitment of the Minister, and is that the commitment the Minister can and will make?
Thank you. Deputy Minister to reply.
Thank you. Well, can I just say that the success of the Irish Film Board is tremendous in terms of the level of funding that they get. And you're right there, they supported productions. They secured 7 nominations at this year's Oscars. Lenny Abrahamson was nominated for the Best Director for Room. Room and Brooklyn were both nominated in the category of Best Picture. And Emma Donoghue was nominated for the Best Adapted Screenplay for Room, which she adapted from her own award-winning book. Nick Hornby was also nominated in this category for Brooklyn, and Room's Brie Larson and Brooklyn's Saoirse Ronan were both nominated in the Best category of Best Actress in a Leading Role. So all I can say to you is they do tremendous work. The funding, of course, I will be looking for, and I'll be looking for the Deputy support in that in terms of the budgetary process. And I certainly believe that the money that we invest in the Film Board is well spent. We get great returns for it.
Thank you, Minister. Final supplementary.
Thank you.
Deputy.
The Minister will be aware that the Independent Producers and Productions Company employ several thousands of people and basically foster a habitat for the type of creative talent that attracts big budget productions. An analysis by the Revenue shows that the estimated expenditure on employment for the projects availing of the Section 481 in 2015 was 97 million and supported approximately 1,200 jobs. A further 70 million was spent on goods and services. In 2014, the Irish Film Board invested just over 10 million in the production activity, which enabled Irish producers to leverage this funding, thereby generating production expenditure of over 42 million in relation to IFB funding projects in that year. Increasing IFB funding could have significant multiplier effect, so will the Minister give this active consideration? And while I know the Minister is not responsible for RTE, I do believe that broadcasting should be part of the arts brief. In contrast with a lot of European countries, Ireland has no legislative or regulated commitment from its national broadcaster, RTE, to spend a minimum amount on locally produced films. Could the Minister raise this with Minister Naughton and see if the issue could be looked at?
Thank you, Deputy.
Just to say to the Deputy that I have met with the Chair of RTE, and we very much had a very positive meeting, and certainly I know that RTE wants to work in a collaborative manner, and we certainly had a very collaborative relationship with RTE in terms of the 2016 commemorations. Just to say that I note what the Deputy said in terms of the expenditure by film companies, and that's all very good news for this country. And I just want to be clear too that the tax value of our support to the film industry under this government approaches 85 million per annum, and that's what it's worth. So, and the aggregate value in 2015 is 70 million in tax credits, and this is real taxpayers' money to support and encourage investment in this country, and to encourage our filmmakers, our indigenous industry as well. And I want to see the Film Board to focus also on rural Ireland, because a film coming into it, a town being chosen as a location for a film, is huge to the local economy, and Star Wars is a powerful example of that. And I remember back when we had The Butcher Boy was filmed in Red Hills, in Clones, The Playboys in Red Hills, and The Run of the Country, and I think we should be working to get film industry to come and locate in places like Monaghan and of course Cavan.
Minister, thank you.